Hello, this is Dr. Hassan Abdullah with the course Web Applications Programming. And the topic which we are covering is creating and dynamic web application. This is a topic which is all hands on. And now we are at the video which is 15F. So we are basically started with a fairly simple application, and we are adding features to it, developing it. And what I want to demonstrate in this video is that when a lot of thinking has not got into designing, that results into design errors, and fixing those errors basically takes time and effort. And sometimes what people do is that they tinker with the errors and pull them along and reach a point where it just stops working. So don't do that. So I'm going to demonstrate how to fix design error. What we wanted to do was that to add features, and one of those features was to perform a search on the contents of the table in the database. Now, what we have here is a search. We want to perform a search. To perform a search, we need to have a corresponding text box, and we need to have the corresponding column in the table where a description about people or the students or the employees is kept. That's one thing. The other thing is that uh, in the table we have a column SID, which could be like a student ID, and that ID is unique. But that is also a primary key, right? But it has to be auto incrementing. It has to be incremented by one, and so on. So there is a cost of that design error, fixing that design error. There's a cost to it. Okay, there's a cost to it, right? And then we need to add two columns in the student table, which columns are serial number and the column DES, which is the description. Okay, we need to add them. It's not that simple because we already have a primary key and we have to remove it and do things. I will show you all of it. So then we need to set the serial number values to put the things in perspective. And then we need to update the input.php page. And let me clear this. And we need to update the input underscore insert.php page also. And why we are doing all of this? Because this is a three-tier application. So the design error was at the database layer. That design error reflects in the business layer, and the effect is reflective in the client or the client layer also, client tier also. So impact of three tiers, right? And then we will create a new page, search.php, and that page will display the results, and those results will be here. So all of this I'm going to show you, okay? And now we move on to the C panel or whatever hosting panel you are using, and we'll do rest of the work over there. Okay, so let's check it out. So we run the query. Yeah, it works. So let's look at the contents. Okay, so here we have, so the auto increment actually worked, right? And we have serial number, right? And now we need to fix the issue here. We need to remove this as the primary key. So we go to change, okay, and so we need to drop SID as the primary key too. I go to SQL, okay, and I alter table student drop primary key. So run this query, okay. So look at the structure. So SID is no longer the primary key. So we want this to be the primary key, serial number, and I make it the primary key. Okay. So it is the primary key, and that's about it. And this silver type of this key is the index. So this is the primary key and this is the index. All right. So now we have let's do the browsing. Okay, so we have the SID. We can move this column over here also. So we have this. Now we need to make some changes. Now we also need to add the description also. So we now need to add the column description. Okay. So to add the column description, and that should go after serial number. So we click here and we call that column DES description, and which is varchar, and the length say we set it to 40. Okay, that's it, that's fine, and we save it. So we look at the structure and we have this description now. Okay, and we see the structure and we look at the contents. Okay, and the description is empty. Right, now we need to populate the description, and we also need to change the display also. So this is the page which you are seeing, and the address of this page and the name of this page is show db gray underscore page. Okay, so this is the page which you are viewing. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add the column serial number to this page, and add the description also to this page, and then we'll see the results. All right, so if it would have been done timely, it would have saved a lot of effort. So we start with from here. So select SID. So we now select serial number also, and we also select description DESC, right? And we display the serial number here. So I copy paste the code from here, the header, and the header over here I write serial number, and then after the system then I need to add the description header. So here I add description, and then what I am retrieving from the database, I go here and I am retrieving the serial number. So that is serial number I am retrieving, and uh, this is going to be displayed. As a matter of fact, it should be at the first location. So I move it from here. Okay, then the last is description, DESC, case sensitivity, and DES. I hope I've covered everything. Okay, so let's save it. All right, now the page, now this is the old version of the page. Let me refresh it. Okay, I've refreshed it, and now there's a problem here. So serial number is coming fine, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 7 8, and then is the and the SID. The description here I've made a mistake, so let me fix it, because the time is being shown here. So I go to the page. Okay, and need to fix this. All right. Mm, here is the problem. Description is at the wrong place. It should be after the dates here, after the date. Let me save it, go there, run the query. Now I have the description proper. So I have the serial number, SID, names, date, time, and description. There is no description. It's empty. Now I need to do is I need to fix the input page, and input underscore insert page also, so that the description can be entered. So you see the problem when you miss something, design error. So that's the input.php page, and after the drop down menu I add the text area, and the name is DES, should not be C, and there are 10 columns and 4 rows. Okay, so let's look at it. Okay, so here I put it input.php. So this is the text area. Now it doesn't look very nice, so it should look nice also. So let's work on it a little bit. So let me show you the page input. So now it looks better. So we have this description and we have this box. We can do the typing here, but I'm not going to do the typing here because then only the new records will have the description. Or let me okay, let's do it. So this is the page, right? And now we have description. Okay, we post the description. So I do des description, and description is being entered here, and description is being entered here as a variable. I think that should do the work. Description des. Okay, let's check this. So student ID is, say for example, 777. First name is Sam, last name is uh, Ham, major is music. So we have over here drum, guitar, I don't know, sausage, and some song, money song, and so on. Let's see what happens. Okay, this page isn't working. Nice. So we missed something. We missed serial number here. And so now we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 elements. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 9 10 elements. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 elements. And this and binding parameters. Let's put okay. Failed to insert record, no data supplied for parameters in prepared statement. Okay. Okay, the problem was here that now we have added another column, DESC, which is the description. So not only we need to reflect here a question mark, but the length should also be reflective of the 9 values. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 values. So we have 9s over here. So now it should run. So we go to we go back, and now we need to enter this. Okay, so we enter this data and record inserted successfully, and we check the database, and in the database the record has been entered, right? So what I'll do is I'll basically just copy this. Okay, and we will paste it with different values. For example, maybe put t over here, and Instead of guitar, we have um, lemon, and instead of sausage, we have pizza. Okay, and let's run some interesting queries. Say, okay. So I go to SQL and I say select asterisk from student where uh, description actually des like, okay, and double quote and percentage sign like carrot. Let's see what happens. So we have these two records, right, which are related to food and which have carrot in them. Okay, and I can basically edit it also. Instead of carrot, I put drum. Say for example, drum is there. I saw it somewhere. We run the query, and we have these records which have drum, right? And of course, we have these serial numbers also here, and we have the student ID also here. So this is a powerful feature. Okay, so we have the search page. This is fairly simple page. So we have these radio buttons. Name is CV, value is 1 and 0, and then we have this text box, size 40 characters, 40, and this is a message. This is the form, right? And this is search button. So this is how it looks like. This is how looks like. Okay. So what's going to happen? Let's look at it. Let's look at the code. So when the search form is used and the submit button is pressed, or actually the search button is pressed, it calls the results.php page. So what's in the results.php page? It first of all makes a database connection. Must ensure that database connection is made. Always check it because then it becomes fairly simple. And these values are passed as get, so they show up in the URL also. And then select asterisk from student where one, right? So here filter takes place, filtering takes place. Okay, filtering takes place, and we were looking for CV was 1 or 0. And this is basically I showed you before in SQL that the where clause, okay, and in the search we are looking for des, which is the description like that word. Okay, that word, what's that word? That word is the word 40 characters. Okay, and then of course this is the description of the table results, and these are the variables values, and from where does the variable comes from? Select asterisk from student where one, right? And of course if nothing is found, then that's what you get. So let's run this fantastic code. So filter by CV, yes. Okay, so CV is 1. Okay, go back, filter by CV, no CV. CV is 0, no CV. Okay, let's now check filter by chicken also. I copy this, go there, either put chicken here, chicken here. So we have chicken here. Okay, and let's search for chicken. Now it's not this search is very basic, very basic search, and please don't get impressed by this search. It has very many limitations also. So chicken and CV is 0, and let me remove chicken. Okay, and do a search. So we have more records. So we have say for example, we have drum, 4 occurrences of drum. So I put drum here and do the search. So I have 4 occurrences of drum. Here I have not placed serial number because that would not have made a lot of sense. But of course I can change it, and starting from 0 can have serial numbers here also. Now the test. Now the test is that drum and bass. So if I type drum and bass, let's see what happens. Okay, so we have drum and bass, right? They both, if they both are there, the order is not taken into consideration. Both have to be there. So this is fairly basic. Okay, fairly basic stuff, but you get the picture. So that's all we have for this video.